Hi everyone, today we're going over what you should not do if you have a tryout or trial. Okay, so previously I made a video on how to stand out at a tryout and what to do. Well, this video is going to be the opposite, and it's going to be going over things you should avoid. But if you want to see that other video, I'll have a bar come across now, and I'll link it in the description. By watching this video and the previous video, you'll have all the tools you need in order to stand out at your tryout and make the team. Okay, so idea number one is giving up. You should never, under any circumstances during a trial or tryout, give up on a play, act frustrated, or anything along these lines. Coaches will pick up on that right away, and they'll attribute it to being an attitude problem on your part. So let's say if you get the ball taken off you and you go, ugh, and you give up and don't even chase the ball. Let's say if something doesn't go your way, a call, and you just give up and get frustrated, coaches will pick up on that immediately and assume that you just get like that all the time. Even if you don't, even if it's a one-off. So make sure you're aware of how you're reacting, and make sure you're not giving up on plays, not giving up if you lose the ball, and just kind of keeping your head down and making sure you get on with it if something doesn't go your way. Okay, second tip, and this one might seem a little counterintuitive, but being too much of a team player. This is not something you want to do. Remember, a tryout is an advertisement of yourself. It's basically you putting yourself on display for the coaches who are then going to go, okay, he looked good, or she looked good, whatever it may be. So if you're being too much of a team player and you're just playing one touch and two touch, you're not really showcasing the whole range of your game. Yes, in actual matches and actual practices, coaches will want you to be doing that, playing simple at times, but mixing it up as well. But in a tryout, you can feel free to express yourself a little more. Who do you think the coaches are going to pick? A very talented player who only plays one and two touch and doesn't express his talent, or another player who, during the tryout, takes players on, takes shots, scores goals, and tries things? They're most likely going to go after the player who's trying things, who is showing he has skills, who is showing that he can shoot well, who is showing that he can pass well also. Again, you don't want to be going overboard with this. Obviously, you want to play simple at some point, and if you have like a ton of guys around you and the simple pass is the obvious thing to do it. But the coaches are going to pick up on the players who are beating players one-on-one. They're going to pick up on the players who are making those good tackles, who are playing those good through balls, who are taking good shots on net, who are doing combination plays. These kind of things. They're going to look at the players who are having an impact on the game. Now, again, this might seem counterintuitive because in a regular match, you don't want to necessarily do this, but a tryout, you usually have only 1 or 2 games to showcase yourself to the coach. So make sure you're trying to show everything that you can bring to the table to these coaches, because even if you're the best player there, if you're not displaying your talent, if you're not showing the coaches how good you are, they won't pick you, and somebody else will be picked above you. Okay, so this last thing to avoid is going to the tryout out of shape. Now, being in shape isn't going to be the only factor that determines whether or not you make the team. But if you're out of shape, coaches will pick up on that immediately and they won't want you on their team. This is because it's going to take you time to get into shape. You can't get into shape overnight. So if a coach sees a player that's out of shape, it can say a few things to him. 1, this guy doesn't usually work out, isn't in shape, doesn't take care of himself, and therefore it's going to be hard to get them into shape. Or 2, they'll just be thinking, well, if I had a game next week or the week after, this player wouldn't be ready, so therefore I can't put him on my team. So even if you're the most talented player on the pitch, if you're out of shape, if you can't run for a long time, you can't showcase your talents, right? And the coaches will pick up on that. So make sure that you are working out and you are getting in shape before the tryout, months before. Make sure you're going into that tryout in great shape, because the last thing you want to do is be a very good player who doesn't make the team because he's not or she's not in shape. Okay guys, so these are just a few quick things you need to avoid if you want to make the team during a tryout. So make sure that you're avoiding doing these things or having these things a part of you when you go into the tryout. Again, I do have another video that goes over what you should be doing to showcase your talents at a tryout, and of course that is linked in the description below. I recommend watching both that and this video so you can kind of get everything you need so that you are prepared totally for your tryout. Alright guys, and if you're new to Simplysoccer, you can hit that subscribe button. I love getting new subscribers, and we release 3 to 4 videos every single week that are designed to help you improve as a soccer player. Also, like this video and share it with your teammates, and I'll see you on the next video.